Shall we start? Is this working? Yeah, it's good. Okay.
Are those blurry? You guys see that?
So chapter 12 is asking you to calculate, for example, you have a project and we know to figure out the NPV, you should discount the cash flow for the project in the future, year by year. So for chapter 12, we're calculating the cash flows. So how we do that? So since we know, you should have some information prepared, like what kind of revenues you can generate. And then you subtract all the costs and then do something else, I forgot. Anyhow, Joe knows. No. Anyhow, so you should figure out like how much does it cost for you to prepare for this project. It's called initial outlay. This is your year zero's cash flow. And for year one till the end of this project, and you should know like how much money you can generate from the project. Also, you should know how much does it cost? What does it cost? And also the difference, the difficult part is by the end of the project, you should liquidate your assets. And then so you should have some cash flows from your liquidation of your assets. You guys have done something like this, right, in your accounting class, right? This should be similar. So it's very standardized way to do that. It's common sense, really. Joe has started, so you've done the first part?
No. I've done part of it, but
Okay.
does that look right?
So you see, so you need to, year zero is just, you start the project, so you need to buy equipment, you need to get stuff ready, so it costs you some money. So it should be a negative number. Okay?
I shouldn't be doing operating cash flows then for year
Operating
zero.
cash flow should be from year 1 to year 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. It should be, right? So
Yeah, so I don't need that there.
yeah. The initial cost, you should put negative number, right? Because cost, you just put the negative number for the cost. And then, yeah, so see for year zero, you need to have equipment and you need to have installation. And you also, yeah, Joe is right, you need to have some inventory. So there's an increase in inventory and increase in accounts payable. I think Joe's sign is wrong. Right, increases in accounts payable, it should be debt, the short-term borrowing, right? But the increases in inventory should be negative, because we want to know how much you need to spend for this project at the year zero. So it costs you $200,000. So you should do negative 200,000, right, for equipment cost, negative, and also for installation, it's also negative. Okay, so makes sense? And inventory, yeah, negative, but accounts payable is positive, it's an increase. So the project costs you $260,000 at year zero, right? There's no operation. So then after year one, from year 1 to year 4, you start to make products. So you should have operating cash flows. Yeah, and operating cash flow, you know how many units of product you can sell, and what is the unit price. So yeah, and also you know how much does it cost. That's right, yeah. Yeah.
Are these increasing throughout the years?
I think it's increasing for, but let's work on year 1 since it's not done
Okay.
yet. Operating cash flow, you have to minus the operating cost.
Minus the
60%, 60%.
60 times 200.
Yeah. And you have to subtract. Because it's a cost, you put negative sign. And depreciation, you have to subtract depreciation. Yeah.
Depreciation of the total investment, right? Right here?
Yes, but the rates are different. This is not a straight line depreciation approach. This is
0.33.
there's a table in the front for depreciation.
Yeah, 0.33.
0.33, yeah. Yeah.
Total costs. That didn't work.
Okay.
That didn't work either. Oops. It's gonna be a long night. Now what do we have?
I think something's wrong. It looks weird.
I think.
The operating income should be positive.
No, it's
Isn't-
total cost is more than
Yeah.
total revenue.
Okay, well,
Unless, I don't know what,
Isn't the depreciation just supposed to be on?
it would just be on the equipment,
Yeah, it
yeah.
should
Not
be
on
on the equipment and installation, not on
the, so it
inventory.
should be out of the
240. 240. But still something is wrong. It should be positive number. Say that right?
I'm at 800, what do you know?
Yeah, 800 sounds familiar. So,
Your depreciation should be like around like 79,000.
yeah, it sounds
Of for 200,000?
240.
240, yeah.
For
Installation.
installation
Installation
too?
is part of that, yeah.
Okay.
I'll just present it for you.
See if that works. No, that don't work.
Or you just put 240,
Okay.
negative 2440. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I think this is, it seems right. This is what you guys got?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, you need to do tax. Yeah, you pay tax for that. Yeah, and I think it's right.
Now we're add back depreciation.
That's what you guys do in the accounting class too? Yeah, I
Operating
think this is
cash
right.
flow.
You see, so, yeah.
See, Kelly, you'd be better up here. You know what you're doing.
So it's better if she's there.
Terminal year cash
Yeah, no,
flows.
so now you should repeat it. This is the first year operating cash flow for first year, and then for second year, third year, fourth year, it's all the same thing. Termination is at year 4.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Yes, so you have to see how many sales the company made. Is that the same? There's no
Is it the
increase?
same for the whole?
There's-
There's no increase?
I didn't see any
Yearly,
increase.
there's an increase.
60%.
60% operating cost,
Oh,
tax
there's,
rate.
it
What?
didn't say, so it's the same thing, so you can, it didn't say anything, it didn't say increase for,
Depreciation rate.
I
Accounts
guess
payable.
it is right then. So there's no increase in sales?
No.
Okay, so you can copy and
Uh,
from year 1 to year 4, the company is operating normally. So the operating cash flow is the same. The exam questions, you can use this table as your template. The exam questions will be very similar. But however, I need to warn you guys because in the past, students don't do well for this question. So you should try to understand why we're doing that. You see, so we use unit sales and price per unit to figure out the revenue, and then you subtract the costs. And then but we try to figure out how much cash from operation has been generated. So you have to add back depreciation. So you just follow the steps. The depreciation rate should be different.
0.45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it 240?
Yeah, times.
0.45?
Yeah. If you want to do the next one too, it's 0.15.
And subtract.
What was it?
0.15. And then the next one, 0.07.
Taxes. That's,
It could be.
I think that's not right. Yeah, that's not right. Or is it right?
Yeah.
It is?
Wait. Yeah.
Alright.
Oh no, because 11 is supposed to.
That should
It should be
that way.
negative. It should be,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Negative, and then you'll add them. So yeah,
yeah.
there you go. But you're still not.
Your
No.
tax should be negative. Tax should be the cost. Yeah. I think this is right. Right? Now how much?
The operating income on the second
And you need to add
year should be
depreciation.
positive, the 28,000.
So that one's positive.
Actually, no, it's not going to be positive because the cost is
Yeah,
greater than the
that's-
revenues. So yeah, you're fine.
Depreciation. Oops.
But I'm getting a different after-tax income than you. Go to your 39, double click it. Oh yeah, you're right, okay, I'm wrong. Wait. Aren't you still supposed to subtract the operating income minus the taxes?
Yeah,
Should-
but
yeah,
But it since it's negative, you're
I'm
adding.
adding them, yeah.
So you're, yeah, okay.
Is that?
Because the
Yeah.
taxes are
Okay.
showing up as
I
negative,
think it's
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I add the negative tax into the operating income.
Yeah, you're right,
It looks right to you. Do you guys?
okay. Yeah, okay.
Is that right?
Yeah,
I don't know either.
that looks good.
sure. I don't have the answer with me. Is that what you guys got?
Good.
It looks good?
Looks good.
All right, what are we doing
Okay,
for?
now-
When there's two negatives, I understand adding because it's a positive and a negative.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that be subtraction?
Well,
Am I-
his operating income is negative 28,000 and his tax is negative 11,200.
It's because, oh yeah, I don't know that part.
I think that part is
The
wrong.
operating income.
You should, yeah, you
They're
should
negative.
subtract.
So then,
Yeah, so
yeah, your
just-
taxes will make it.
Okay.
So it's wrong. I think this one is wrong. Yeah, I think now it's right. I think now it's right. It
What
looks
did
right.
you do for that one? You added them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I subtracted them.
Because you have some tax, this is called tax credit.
When you take a negative and you subtract a negative,
You should
two
add
negatives
it,
equal a
yeah.
positive.
You're
So,
right,
but I don't know.
So
So,
that's, I think that's right, because you have some tax, you have some negative income that can save you tax. You can have some tax credit, right? You have some
Deferred
losses.
tax.
You could save for your tax, so your tax,
But if they're losing money,
I think it's right,
If they're
because,
paying the taxes, then don't you have to add it to the operating?
so by the math, it's just negative 28,000 minus negative 11,200.
So they're
equals to
operating.
Negative 28,000 plus 1100. Mathematically, this is right. And the number looks familiar to me. I think it's right. What do you guys know? So anyhow, just follow, because it shows the
Oh, you need
sign.
to move, you need to do that all the way across then. Like, just drag the second year. Yeah. It's gonna change. There you
Are you sure? Is that right?
no, I'm just listening.
No,
go. No, because the first, okay, like the first one.
see the S.
But then,
column
yeah,
S, you
we're-
should use 44 minus 17.
Minus,
Because that one is negative 28 minus negative 11 equals to
No, but-
negative 28 plus 11.
But the 800 minus
But-
the 320, then you wouldn't
But
get
you
the
put the
480.
negative sign there already.
If you take 44,000 and you subtract a negative 17, you
Yeah.
get 61,600.
No, you should.
If you're subtracting a negative.
It's just the operating income less the taxes though.
It's, so the 28 and the.
all right, so now these are all positives. That's the amount of tax they have to pay,
I
and
think
then
it's at the tax part,
we're
I
gonna
think
subtract them.
The first
Yeah,
It's
one,
way
there
too
you go.
confusing.
Yeah.
yeah, this one is right. This one is right. The next one, no, I think your tax is wrong. Tax for the second year is wrong. It should still be negative. Right? So you have negative income, so how come you have negative income, you pay lots of tax?
Yeah, so then
You should
then it
be
should be
negative.
39, then it should be 39,200.
I
because
think
you're
now it's
adding
right,
in-
now it's right. Just hold on there. I think now
Because
it's
then
right.
if you're paying the tax, then you're gonna keep going into the negatives. So then you'd be, to be
So-
28 plus the 11. 'cause
So you
you're-
have a negative income, so you save some tax. So you pay negative 11, so you have some tax credit you can carry over to the future.
But how do you know how much?
So
tax
essentially,
credit?
if your taxes are negative, that means
Your
that's your refund.
income, your income is negative.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
If your tax amount is negative, I have a bunch of kids, my taxes are negative, I get money back.
Yeah, okay.
So it's a
That makes
refund.
sense. Yeah.
So that would
Yeah.
make your
It's just the company
28
make
go down.
lots of losses, so there's a tax refund.
Yeah.
Instead of you pay tax. So overall, you reduce
The amount owed.
the amount of
Yeah.
losses.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, but for the others,
The other
you're
ones
right.
you'd still
The other ones,
subtract it, yeah, okay.
Yeah. 'cause
I think it
that's
looks
your-
good.
Yeah.
I think it's right. So you just like, if the company is making a big loss, it could save some tax.
Yeah.
It will reduce the losses.
It'll reduce that.
Yeah, it won't be like you make big losses, you still pay lots of taxes. So now the hard part is the last year. The last year you have $200,000 asset you can sell. It should be how much it should be based on the depreciation table, because we depreciate it completely, so it should be with a value of 0. Yeah, but if it's a $0, you liquidate it and sold for nothing, and then you don't need to do anything. But in this question, you sold it for some money, so that would be considered as your income. It's just like the asset should be worth nothing, but you sold it to somebody for some money, that would be considered as income. So you need to pay tax. You need to pay tax for that. So you read the question, you see the 200,000. I think we're using 240,000 because we depreciate the whole assets plus installation for 240,000. But it has some. You sold it for
Salvage value of 25,000.
25,000. So this is your income. So 25,000, consider this is the actual additional income or actual income you made besides you made like beyond your expectations. So you should pay tax for that, for 40% of the tax. So yeah, this is how salvation value is 25,000. Because after depreciation, we depreciate 100% of the value of the firm. And now you sold it for 25,000, so that's your income. So now you pay $10,000 for tax, so the total termination cash flow should be 15,000, that's right. And then your project cash flow would be year 0, don't forget year 0. Year 0,
Which is negative
yeah,
260.
yes.
And then are all these just the operating,
Yeah.
right? Don't wanna do that.
Yeah, and then so the project cash flow, you just for your last year's cash flow, you should add 15,000 plus 54,720. And so what's the last row? It's
Net cash flow.
oh, okay. I think what you got there is a net cash flow.
Okay.
So you're saying the
Good.
69,720 is the net cash flow?
Yeah, I should do it. You can put it on the bottom line where what Joel is doing is okay. But anyhow, this is, in the exam I asked you to prepare the projections of the cash flows for a project. Information to be given just like this. So you see it's not that hard, but you see for your last year you have to be careful for like how much because you depreciate completely for the project. So but if you can sell for some money, so you have to consider that income. So you need to pay tax for that. It's not done, so we need to calculate the NPV of the project. So this is projected cash flow. So now let's calculate the NPV and see if it's a good project or not.
Do it.
Year 1, from year
Year
1.
one.
No, from year 1.
Yeah, that's.
And plus year 0. And
Plus
that's all,
year
yeah,
0?
the bracket, and then plus. The function, yeah, and then plus. Yeah, this is NPV. The IR starts from year 0.
Can you go back
Yeah.
the MPV? Can you go quick?
Then what you guys got?
Good?
What's the number you got? Okay. Something different. Oh, you know why?
10%?
Because isn't the 69 supposed to be on the bottom, the net cash flows? So it's gonna be the 54 you need to change, because that's gonna change the number.
I think these numbers right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this 69 equals to 54, 720 plus 15,000.
Because that would be the total cash flow for year 4. Values, financial rate, reinvestment rate. Is this one starting at 0 too?
Use 10%.
For value?
Value from your 0.
Value from 0? Yeah. Then financial rate of 10%. Did it give a reinvestment rate?
You still use 10%.
10%?
Get back to the TV again. I don't know why.
For the payback, you have to calculate. We don't have to do the sensitivity analysis. We can just stop here. The last one is to do the payback. No, there's no function.
There's no function?
Okay,
You can use the calculator. Go to the gufinance.com and there's a calculator called MPV. It will do that. The MPV payback, yeah, this one. No, don't.
That one?
We'll use that one also. That one will give you everything. But this one, yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Does this one need to be negative? Or does
Negative,
it?
yeah,
Okay.
260. Yeah, that's all.
3.38.
3.38. You can use another one, but it's in Excel. Go back. So you use this one has MIR in it, but it's Excel.
You want me to do this one too?
Yeah, let's give it a try, because you should get the same answer.
Okay.
We can copy and paste the cash flow but expose, maybe transpose the. Yeah, you can copy the cash flow from your. Yeah, copy and then transpose. Copy and then.
How do you do that?
Go there and go to the other table. Go top. Yeah. No, from the second one, from year 0 cash flow. Yeah, from here the paste special, and there's a transpose. Yeah.
Right, this one?
Yeah, paste special.
Paste.
There's a paste special, and then go down, look for transpose.
That's the only one that's popping up.
So you guys see the transpose, so you can, it's horizontal, you can make it vertical. Yeah, and 10%. You need to put 10%. Yeah, under input, put 10% for the exchange rate. So you see the result. So the payback and also the MIR 8.08. So he's right. So we got it. So we should turn down this project because MPU is negative, right? So that's right. That's right. So you guys got it. I will work on the second case study. It was because I had exam questions posted like using Black-Scholes model. I was checking with you guys, like you haven't had some classes covering the options, right? Have you? Have you had classes covering options, compute options, Black-Scholes model?
Not really in depth, no.
No, yeah. So I'll give you some introduction for that. It's very useful. You're a finance person, you want to make money, you should use options. It's highly leveraged.
Do we need to continue then or no?
No, we don't have to
this one?
continue, yeah. So we'll move on to the next one.
So,
Yeah. So
this
this
is
is,
that case later, we can turn it in like that.
you can turn it in like that, yeah.
We're not
Turn it in.
doing that.
Yeah. Just make sure that you turn in everything. Yeah. You want to go ahead and for this compute option? Do we have experts that you are? Compute option?
Perfect.
You are?
What's the question?
Huh?
What's the question?
The questions go there. I'll give it a try because it might be difficult, but you know, you may not, and it's a very complicated subject for compute option. So, well, thank you, Joe. It's a nice job. Yeah. So you guys like option or not? Because you guys want to make money and you guys don't want to spend a lot of money. You want to gamble. You want to gamble big, right? So you can gamble with compute option. Why? Why you can call, for example, you can just buy, for example, you think Apple will go up or Amazon will go up, but you don't have that much of money. You have $1,000, but you want to buy as many shares as possible. So what you can do, you can spend like